Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. How's it going today? Are you investing in the stock market? Are you trading a little bit? You a little active in there? Or are you noticing, hey, my index funds aren't rebalancing, and so I might have to go do some stock picking? That's actually true. Indexes themselves, or indices like the S&P, Dow Jones, they have chosen not to rebalance until later. They typically rebalance once a quarter, which means the index funds that you may have chosen as a passive investor, they can't rebalance because they don't know what they're rebalancing to. And so if you look at the performance of your index fund versus the market, you're starting to notice they are separating. And that is because there's nothing they can do. They're all sitting at home. They're not able to rebalance. They've delayed it. Well, that's one of the reasons this has been labeled and is currently labeled a stock picker's market. And what does that mean? I want to actually explain it, give you an exact example of what you can be looking for out there, because a lot of people like to pick their own stocks these days. There's no commissions, no need to worry about that. We actually do the same for all of our portfolios. They're all made up of individual stocks. Let's talk about this. A stock picker's market means that it is rather wild out there, and you currently cannot just pick anything and enjoy the ride. We had a long time where that was the case, and you could be a passive index fund investor, you could be a sector-oriented investor, or you could be a portfolio builder who, maybe you use some of the apps out there and you build a portfolio, and it probably did well. That was great. We're no longer in that right now because we have stocks that are dramatically affected by the coronavirus, and then we have stocks that are doing just fine. And so this is known as a stock picker's market because you now have to look at the stocks that you expect to weather the storm and actually hopefully profit during the storm. So let's give you an example of this. Typically, in a downturn like this, or a recession, there is one area, well, most areas take a hit, but there's one in particular that most people say, I don't want anything to do with it, and that's the transportation sector. It used to be that as the transports went, so went the economy. Now it's more of as the semiconductors go, so goes the economy, because we all use gadgets and stuff. But it used to be transports. Now, when the economy falls or gets weak, transports get weak, because think about it. You've got trains, trucks, and planes out there delivering goods and services so that we can consume them from the stores and go have a great time. The stores make a profit, the transporters make a profit. It all trickles back to where the original product came from. You could imagine that when we stop buying stuff or we're not allowed to go out and buy stuff, that the transports, that's a tough area to be in. So if someone were to just say right now, transports have fallen, I'd like to buy transports, that's a tough bet to make unless you're ultra specific. So to just buy a transportation sector ETF or a transportation-based mutual fund, you're really not giving yourself any advantage if you think the economy is going to stay weak for a while. What you can do is you can zoom in and go into that sector and say, surely somebody's making a profit or doing well through it. And I want to give you an example. So transports, or let's say stock market moving lower, transportation sector moving lower. Are there any stocks inside of there that are doing well? Well, what are some of the things you might look for? Would you look for a company that transports cars? Probably not a good time to find a rail company that has a high segment of delivering cars, brand new cars, trucking companies that deliver cars, things like that, because not a lot of cars are moving. You wouldn't really look for transportation stocks that are transporting things that we just don't need. Gym equipment right now, gyms are closed. So if they are primarily focused on servicing like the large gyms out there, well, you probably don't want to buy that transport either. What we want to look for are transport type companies that are delivering the things we need. Fresh foods, fresh drinks, right? Things that we're actually going to need to buy and can go to an actual open store and buy. Well, there's actually one company that I'll point out. This is not a stock recommendation in any way. This is just an analysis of an individual company. You guys told me you want these types of analysis here. So let's dive in. The name of the company is called Martin Transport. Again, I'm not telling you to buy the stock. I'm just overviewing how you zoom into a sector to become a stock picking type portfolio builder. Martin Transport's the company. Now, we'll take a look and we'll look through the last couple recessions just to show you what they have done. So if there's 3 recessions shown on the charts here. Really, these 2 are probably the best. I'll zoom in if I can. But you see during the last recession there, it actually profited during the recession in terms of if you bought it, you actually ended up with a gain by the end of the recession, whereas you did not with the stock market. If we go back to the previous one, maybe this will do the trick here. If we go back to that's not bad. If you go back to the previous recession there in the 2000s, early 2000s, you actually have the same thing. You had a gain by buying this stock. Now, if you just did some kind of technical analysis, you're like, hey, these guys are good. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing it well, and recessions tend to be pretty positive for them. If we go back to, say, 1991, I don't know what this is going to look like, so I did not prepare this ahead of time. Same thing. You end up with a profit of owning this stock. So clearly they're doing something different where when the economy gets weak, this is a transportation stock that's holding up. What's the deal, right? How are they actually doing this? Let's go to right now. So I'll back out the S&P 500. Let's take a look at just the price movement of the stock. The stock, notice, is almost back to highs. In fact, year to date, if we look at the stock, it's up 6%. Where's the stock market? Down 15, right? Not pretty. We could put the S&P in there. There you go, down 13 at the moment. So this stock is already outpacing the market, and it's a transport stock that should not be doing well. What's going on? Well, this company, Martin Transport, what they do is 3/4 of their revenue comes from delivering the consumer staples. And I mean the food consumer staples, refrigerated trucks where they're delivering bananas, they're delivering food, they're delivering orange juice, they're delivering milk in these trucks. These are things that we are all going out and still buying. Because of that, investors flock to this type of transport if they have to own a transport. See, a lot of mutual funds may have a mandate in their prospectus that says that they have to participate in some percentage in each different category, in each sector, so that they remain diverse and nobody can sue them for taking too much risk. That's true. I mean, that's how it goes. So this company has 3/4 of their revenue that come from traditional consumer staples, things that we eat and drink. Think of it that way with refrigerated trucks. Also, if you were to do a fundamental analysis, notice how we did technical analysis, we look at the company. Now, if we go to their fundamentals, zero debt. They got no debt, right? So it's one of those rare transportation companies that has no debt on the balance sheets. They weather the downturn because they're delivering the things that we're going to need through a downturn anyways, and they're doing quite well with it. So that is the sort of quick explanation of a stock picker type market. Now, you don't have to go look at things like transports. This was just one that I had in my head. It's one that I knew of. I thought I'd go with it. You could do the same in tech. So you could look at tech, and there's some obvious ones right now. You look at the stock market, the economy, weak. You like the tech sector, you say, okay, well, what do I have to choose from? I don't know that I want to buy tech because maybe we're not going to buy as many iPhones or physical products or random gadgets and things like that. But we may use tech as a service, right? That's why Zoom has been so exciting now. Microsoft's been so exciting with their Teams and everything. You see that sort of service side of tech doing well. From there, you may be able to zoom in and go, well, I'll pick these 2 or 3 stocks. And that's currently where we're at. We're in a stock picker's market. And the passive investors, if you say, well, I'll just buy an index fund and I'll go along for the ride, that's okay, but currently you're along for a ride that's not being managed. Your index that you've chosen is not being rebalanced, which is a bit of a disservice to you. It will be. I'm not trying to scare you. They'll get to it, but they've delayed it. So you are not getting the optimum performance there, which causes people to say, I guess I'll go look for individual stocks, and that is a explanation of how to do it. Hey, was this useful to you? Let me know. I just thought of it. I wanted to share it. I know you guys like the details and stuff, and I thought that'd be a fun one to go through, zooming in. Let me know in the comments below. I cannot respond to usually any comment, but I will be looking at them. So if this is helpful, we can continue down this path. I will wish you a great rest of your day. If you didn't enjoy this, and thanks for trying to watch, and we'll see you later on the closing beat. Enjoy your day.
Why should you choose Jazz Wealth as your retirement or long-term investing service? Our portfolios are managed by us, not some faceless mutual fund manager. Our private classes will teach you everything about investing and getting your dough straight. Best of all, our fiduciary standard means your best interest comes before ours.